Alright fighters, how you doing? Now it's time to solve a very common issue which is coming up a lot with fighters currently. So if you're an MMA fighter, you're a Muay Thai athlete or a boxer, then this video or this information is for your taking away. Now, why isn't the weight moving as much as you want it to do? It's staying the same week in, week out, or it's only budging slightly. Now, I could go on for days, years. I can go on for a long time talking to you about the science and the reasons why the weight isn't moving, but I'm going to keep it as simple and as short and snappy as I possibly can so you actually understand what to do and you can take away some actionable tips from this video. Now, one of the main reasons in regards to why your weight is not moving is that you're eating the same foods day in, day out, and you're doing this for week on ends. Now, this might sound a bit stupid, like, oh yeah, if you're in a calorie deficit, you're obviously going to be losing weight and you're going to be reducing your fat mass. Now, essentially what I'm trying to get at here is that when you eat the same food continuously, what happens is your body will start to adjust to that new way of eating, the new calories and the new macros. So you might start to lose weight slowly and rapidly at the start, but what happens is eventually your body adjusts to it and it wants to maintain something called homeostasis, where it keeps everything at the same state. And then basically what happens is you stop losing weight. So what you need to do to combat this is whenever you stop losing weight and it slows down, you make some change to your calories, so you get your new weight, you get your new activity levels, and then you start to adjust your calories and your macros from there, so you continue to lose weight at the rate that you want to. Okay? Now, another big problem that fighters face is not getting enough sleep, and I'm talking below 7 hours of sleep per night. Now, the optimal range is 7 to 8 hours, but we've got to understand, in a realistic and ideal world, not every fighter is going to be getting that. Now, the reason why it's such a problem not getting enough sleep and not recovering is that when your body doesn't get the rest that it needs, what happens is key hormones such as testosterone, melatonin, which actually regulate healthy processes and help regulate your sleep cycle, actually deregulate and come down. And then in conjunction to that, what happens is your body starts to elevate stress hormones, namely cortisol and insulin and adrenaline, mainly cortisol. And what happens is with the stress hormones, cortisol, they start to increase your fat stores, and water retention basically means that you're going to start storing more water. And then guess what's happening? The weight's not going to start to move down, it's going to go up and down constantly. Mostly it's going to start going up. So you've got to really prioritize that, getting that deep quality sleeping as much as you possibly can. Even if you can only get 7 hours per night, it's better than getting less. The more the better. The saying goes, you're only as good as you can recover. Believe me, that is the case. What you also need to do is you need to make sure that you're actually accounting for what you are eating. You might be eating more than you think you are. You need to account for things like nuts. You can have a small handful of nuts and it's 100, 200, 300 calories, and you can easily get that down. It's very calorie dense, small amount, high amount of calories. So make sure you understand exactly the portion sizes so you know the calories. Another thing, sauces and oils. I see a lot of fighters who eat, you know, chicken and rice, whatever it is, and when they're cooking the meats and they're cooking the food, 1, 2, 3 gloves of oil, that can add up 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 calories just like that, and then that can take you out of that calorie deficit and put you into a calorie surplus where you're even gaining weight rather than losing it. So you've got to make sure that you prioritize that. So you've got to understand that. So really account for your oils and your sauces, okay? Really high amounts of hidden calories. Another one, you're eating too much on your rest days and your recovery days. Now, you still need to eat enough calories in order to keep your energy high and basically ensure that your body's recovering, getting the necessary amount of protein, carbs and fats. But eating too much is going to mean that you don't need as much energy on these rest days. You're not training as much, so your body's energy requirements and your demand isn't as high. So you need to bring it down slightly so that you can continue this weight loss. And otherwise, if your calories are too high and your macronutrients aren't properly adjusted for on these rest days, the weight loss isn't going to happen. So you've really got to pay attention to that. But listen, fighters, that's it for now. I hope this information has helped you out. If you want some more nutrition and diet tips for combat sports, what I need you to do is hit the subscribe button and I'll give you plenty more videos just like this one.